Hello everyone and welcome to my final apartment tour in Tsushima. That's because I am moving off the island, but before I leave I wanted to show you my apartment, and this apartment here only costs me 19,000 yen per month. So let's start with the tour. So this is the kitchen slash living room. It's really big. It's a 3 LDK, I think is what you call it. It's absolutely massive here. So you've got the kitchen over here, and then you also have one of the bedrooms here. This was the room that I slept in pretty much every night. I don't think I ever changed rooms in this apartment. I was always sleeping in this one, and the reason I slept here was because I only had one AC in this apartment, and to be honest, you really need two. But as you can see, big space here. This is a very big, very big room for anyone. Enough for 2 or 3 people, definitely. And then outside of the big old kitchen, you had, enough space to cook. A lot of places in Japan can be really tight with space, but that was okay. But I don't know who built these cupboards, because let me tell you something. I'm sort of average height, maybe on the slightly smaller side, but look, who is getting stuff out of these cupboards? Like, if you're trying to reach from the top, there's no way. You've got to be at least 6 or 7 feet just to put stuff in there. And let me tell you something, most of the Japanese people, not particularly tall. But let's continue the tour. So we have 2 rooms either side here. This one here, this was where my studio was. This is where I filmed everything every day. I had a big old green screen at the back there and a couple of studio lights just sitting here. And then into the other room, this is another tatami room, which I've pretty much never used this room. I just used it as a little bit of a gym area occasionally, but for the most part, I've probably, in the almost 2 years that I was here, worked out in this room maybe 30 or 40 times. Not enough to justify having it, but it was nice having the extra space. And then here we just have a load of storage area, which never really stored much, but yeah, I don't think I ever used this storage room at all. But that's pretty much it for there. And then this is just a closet there, nothing too exciting. We have the laundry room, which, by the way, to have a washing machine inside apartment, very nice. A lot of them in Japan actually go outside onto the balcony out there, so this was nice. Little sink there, nothing too exciting. And then we have the shower and bathroom set. This is a wet room, which is great. I am 100% converted on wet rooms. I think they are fantastic, and I think every single house in the world should have a wet room. I really do, because they are brilliant. But nice little bath there, big enough for me. If you were tall, you might struggle, but it was fine for me. I was happy enough with it, never had any problems with it. And then finally, the last little place to show you is just the bathroom here. And yeah, nothing too fancy. I had a heated seat, but I never used it. Reason why was when I first moved to Japan, I heard loads of news stories in the UK about electricity prices going through the roof. And I was like, you know what? I just don't need to spend the money on that. I was like, I've never had a heated seat before in my life. I don't need one now. So I never used it, and it just stayed there all by itself. It didn't have like the spray options. It was just a heated seat, but went very unused. So I feel a little bit guilty that I never used it, but hey, this is my apartment, and I'm leaving Tsushima. I'm not leaving Japan. I'm moving to the mainland, which, by the way, is going to be fantastic. Getting off the island, I'm very ready to leave, to live in a big city. Living in Tsushima, I live in Izahara now, but I used to live in Toyo, way in the north. And moving here was a little bit of town life, but not enough. I really am missing city life. But this is the apartment. It only cost me 19,000 yen per month for it. This is, I think, a little bit subsidized because it was like government housing or ALT housing. And in terms of bills, water cost me about 2,000 yen every month. Electricity would depend on the month. So if it was either middle of summer or middle of winter, I was probably going to get a bill of about 10,000 yen. So a little bit on the, not too bad. It's about £60, $50, something like £60 or like 80 US dollars, something around there. And in terms of gas, that was the thing that really shot up in here. So to heat to heat this, this little cooker here, you use propane. And also the bath heating system is also linked to propane. And when I first came to Japan, I'm pretty sure I paid about 5,000 yen for it. And leaving, my last bill was about 6,000 yen. So that has really climbed up. The electricity, that went up a little bit, but I think I used it a bit more. So Wi-Fi was about 5,000 yen, I think, for Wi-Fi here. I think it also came with some sort of phone system, but I never used it. And let me see, that's Wi-Fi. Water was 2,000 yen. Gas at the end was about 10,000 yen. Electricity would be, on a good month, 5,000 yen. On a bad month, about 10,000 yen. And that's it. That's pretty much it. That's how much it costs to live in Tsushima. But there is one more hidden cost that I think you should know about. And that is getting off and on the island, because probably at least once a month you're going to want to get off the island if you live in Tsushima. So the cost for that is, if you're getting the plane there and back, it's 15,000. If you're going to get the jet foil there and back, it's 10,000. And if you're going to get the very, very slow ferry, which takes 5 hours, that is about 6,000 or 7,000 yen. Now, we do get an island card here, so that is the price with the island card. If you come by yourself, basically double every single price that I told you, and it's about accurate. So yeah, this is my apartment. I'm really gonna miss this apartment. This is the thing that I think I'm gonna miss the most about living in Tsushima, was living in here, because this is the first real apartment where I felt really, really comfortable, really at home. Everything here was mine. The space was just brilliant. I feel like I utilized it really well, apart from the gym room I didn't really use very much, but it just felt very lived in. I had a really nice sofa here, kind of, but by the end it was getting a bit tattered. I had my double futon here. The studio was in there, and then just gym room. And this is it. This is how I lived for the last, basically 2 years. It was very good. There was one thing that was really annoying. Let me show you this. I have, for my AC here, I had birds starting to nest in the AC pipe. So I had to go and build like this makeshift construction to stop the birds from nesting in it, because the little buggers, they were getting in everywhere. But that's the tour. Thank you very much for watching. There will be some new videos coming up soon, but obviously I'm moving, so there might not be any for a week or two. And then after that, we'll be back into the swing of things. And to tell you how much close I am filming this to as I'm leaving, my bags are packed over there. In literally 10 minutes, I am walking out the door, and this is it, the end of Tsushima. So goodbye, Tsushima. It's been an experience, let me tell you that. And living in Tsushima has been fun. I would have never thought I'd ever live here in my whole life, so it's been a great experience, and glad to leave the island. And from the last video from Tsushima, goodbye, have a great day, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.